y'all, it's your fave GMP, Nakia. So I just wanted to do a video because I see it often in forums, people asking questions about renewing your certification. So for me, I took the AANP exam, and so with that, you have to renew every 5 years. And so what does that mean? So obviously need to be practicing over those 5 years, but you also have to do continuing education or CME. In total, you have to do 100 hours. 25 of it need to be pharmacology hours. And so I just wanted to share my experience with renewing recently because I tested in 2019. And so this spring will be my due date. And so what's really cool is that the AANP actually starts sending you emails and postcards about a year out telling you like, hey, you're going to be due up for renewal here soon. And so you actually can renew 6 months before your due date. And so they will also continue to send you things and let you know like, hey, you're due. And so what I did over this time, because there's different ways you can do your CME, right? There's live conferences. There are some companies that mail you out books. You do self-paced reading. There's also self-paced recordings. There's a ton of ways to do your CME. So what I would encourage you is to pick which way works for you to start with, right? Make sure that you have a good system for tracking those hours, because when you renew, you're going to have to put those hours, log those hours into the AANP site, and also upload the certificates for any of the CME that you've done, right? So I was going to just share some of the ways that I accumulated hours. And so for me, I did bit by bit because that works better for me. I would, one of these days I'm going to go to an actual in-person conference, but being a single mom life, all of that, it doesn't always work out in my schedule for me to do that. So I did a lot of things from home, and it just worked better for me. So one of the sites I like to use was Medscape. I'll share with you, it's free. And so once you get logged in, they actually will email you, because you can check off boxes to show like what you're interested. So they'll actually, it's interested in. And so they'll actually send you emails to alert you, right? And you can go through and pick out stuff that you want to do. They have ones that are as little as 15 minutes, on upwards, right? And so that helped satisfy sometimes when I just wanted to learn something really quick and log a few minutes or an hour or something like that. The next one I used was Up to Date. If this is a clinical resource tool that you're using, I don't maybe you guys don't know, but you actually can get CME by renewing, or not renewing, excuse me. You can get CME just by looking up diagnoses and medications on that site, and they actually will log it too. There's an area up top where you'll see the hours. You do have to go in and make sure you update it to reflect which board or certification group you're using, right? Because there's PAs, docs, and all that too using it. Another one I used was Pre-Med, PRIMED. And actually, they again were another source of like small onesie twosies. They also do like live conferences where you can get several hours. And again, it's free. They send you stuff via email alerting you when they're going to have things. And so you're aware. The next one I did was PESI. I did a live version, and I also did a self-paced version. The live version was really cool too. The self-paced, it took me quite a while, right? Because if you may not know, but 1 credit hour is an hour of work. So you're only going to get 1 CME hour for every hour that you do. So I was really surprised because the self-paced one I did, I think it gave me like 30 some odd hours. And I think it gave me the bulk of my farm hours. And actually, the courses I opened and I'm like, oh my God, they were 6 hours. Some of them were 6 hours, 4 hours long, but that's how you get your credits. So it was something I could self-pace, go through, listen to the pre-recorded recordings and do the test. And so I really like that. And fun fact about PESI, which I thought was really cool. There was a PA that I actually got to work with, at my first job as an RN. And he used to share that he wanted to get into, education, and really work with nurses and things like that to help train people and help them be better healthcare workers. And so, fast forward, I actually signed up for the PESI because I saw him on one of the postcards they sent me, because it was just really cool to see it come full circle. I met him 15 years ago, and to just see, where he's come, and I thought his presentation on dementia and things like that was amazing. It was top notch. But anyhow, stay tuned for my next part 2 or next video, and I'll share a little bit of what the process was to renew.